Hello again, Gooners. Well, I'm back again. Me plus a motorboat who's, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting a bit nosy because he can see me setting up over here, putting a computer up in a very strange place, a bit of reclaimed landing. Well, I think you can guess where I'm at, but if you can't, well, answers on the postcard, please. But don't put this in the background because I don't think it's going to make any postcards at all. I'll tell you what would make a postcard. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 1. Not quite as I predicted. I predicted a 2-0 victory. I'll talk a bit more about that in just a while. First of all, this triple transfer deal +1. Yes, you heard it right. Triple transfer deal +1. Is it going to happen? You want to know my opinion? I'll tell you straight. No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we will get round to signing someone, but as I've said many times before, we might as well wait until transfer deadline day now because we can make do with what we've got for the upcoming game against Besiktas. We can throw Per Mertesacker into the mix. I predicted as much. Looks like Arsene Wenger's going to do that because obviously we've got injury issues. We've got Gibbs who's sustained what is it, a hamstring? I think he's got a hamstring problem, and Koscielny's got some kind of injury issue as well. So bearing that in mind, we do really need the BFG back in the team. Big friendly giant needs to come back, doesn't he? So aside from that, what else have we got? Well, we've got a car passing nearby, not that near, so I can keep going. And even if he did drive right over me, I'm going to still keep going. I'm that sort of guy. Okay, these are the deals in prospect, according to various sources, Daily Star being one of them. They reckon we're going to sign Adrien Rabiot from Paris Saint-Germain for £5.5 million. A defensive midfielder. He's not the answer to our problem just now, which is just as well because we're going to stick with Arteta, obviously. That's why we gave him the captain's armband. We can read into that everything, of course. Getting the captain's armband means, generally speaking, he's going to stay at least a year before he disappears to Barcelona, although he won't go to Barcelona because of his age, right? He's playing quite well, judging by the start, the way he played against Palace, but as I said, I'll come to that later. I thought he did pretty well. Edinson Cavani from Paris Saint-Germain, £51 million being the asking price in most newspapers. Do I see that happening? Not really. Although I have to say, after the Palace game, I've got a little bit more belief that we will go out there and bring in a new striker. Because based on that Palace game, Sanogo's still not quite there, is he? So even though he started the game, he didn't really impress anybody that I know of with that performance. I think the industry's there, but it takes time to get used to the Premier League, and he's still young. He's going to be a good player one day, but is it going to be this season? I'm not sure. I'm not sure just yet. I think he'll play not a major part, something between minor and major, whatever that is, whatever key that is. That's the key he's going to be playing in, that cross between major and minor. Anyway, so that's why I think there may be a sniff of a chance we'll sign Cavani, but £51 million, I really don't think Arsene Wenger's going to spend that kind of money. Will he spend £8 million though on Manolas? Is it not Barry Manolas? He doesn't sing any songs that I know of, although he will have to sing a song because that's one of the Arsenal traditions. Once he signs, he has to sing a song in front of all of the other Arsenal players, and I think he should do what's that Barry Manilow song, Copacabana. Arsenal players, make sure Manolas sings that and call him Barry, because obviously his name's a little bit complicated to say the least. And Costas, that's it. And he's not going to cost us a fortune because we're talking £8 million. Well, apparently he's already had a medical. It's very hard to believe, but we do have a good relationship with Olympiacos, so perhaps there is something in it. And going back to the Sami Khedira story, because that's not going to go away, is it? I promise. It seems that way anyway. Until he signs for somebody, we're going to continually be linked with him. Looks like Sami Khedira could be on the way somewhere for a very, very cheap price because Real Madrid don't seem interested in playing him. It seems like he's out of favour completely. So they may well sell him for very much a discounted price, which is where we come in. We can't resist, can we, when a price is discounted that much and a player's of that quality. And he's been beckoned to the club by the likes of Podolski, who could be on the way to Turkey for all we know, not just to play for us, although initially he's ruled out, of course, but he might be ruled back in because of our injury situation. But perhaps he'll get on the plane and we'll leave him in Turkey and bring him back for the home leg. Because quite honestly, I think there are a number of clubs interested in Turkey. It seems like Cologne do not want him back. mainly because they think he's going to upset the balance of the team, whatever that means. Perhaps his wage demands are too high. Who knows? But it looks like I wouldn't be at all surprised if Podolski moves on, which again means that we've got extra money to spend on another striker. So perhaps the Cavani rumours are true. But going back to Sami Khedira for a moment, do I think that's going to happen? If it's going to happen, it won't happen till 31st. Reason being is because the price is what's the word? I can't even. It's descending very rapidly. It's just disappearing. I mean, before long, Real Madrid are gonna say to us, "Here's some money. Take Khedira off our hands." That's the way it seems to be panning out. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but the price is getting lower and lower and lower. And Arsene Wenger, being the kind of person that he is, will wait until the last minute. And I can see this going right down to the wire in terms of transfer deadline day, midnight. A deal might be struck at 11:30. And who knows, will those chimes click in before we've done all the paperwork? Well, it's a wait and see situation, and I will let you know as soon as I know, and it probably won't be soon enough because you'll probably find out before me. But hey, I'm doing my best, so give me a break. Right, we got a break, didn't we? We got a break on Saturday because winning 2-1 against Crystal Palace was a decent result, bearing in mind they just lost the manager. You might say that it should have been easier. I predicted 2-0, but I think we did reasonably well. A lot of people said the performance was poor. I'm not so sure I'd go as far as that. Chambers had an excellent game at centre back. Everybody agrees on that. Debussy was strong in parts. Then we got Koscielny, who obviously scored the equaliser. We've got to be pleased with that. Gibbs had a decent game. Then he was replaced by Monreal. Monreal, I thought, maybe edged out Gibbs in terms of performance. Both did pretty well. Midfield I wasn't so happy with. Cazorla, a lot of people were upset that he dwelt on the ball at times and got robbed. Jack Wilshere didn't really impress an awful lot. Ramsey, of course, scored the winner, so no complaints there. I think we've got to be pleased with the debut of Sanchez. I thought Sanchez was lively. He's still not really gelling with the rest of the team, but that will come in time. Arteta, going back to the main man, the skipper, who I've had a lot of time for in the past, but lost. I kind of lost. I lost my belief in him a little bit at the end of last season basically because of his age. But I think he looks pretty fresh, having not played in the World Cup. It's an advantage to him at his age, and I think he's solid. And we can't really complain too much about Arteta because he does offer the team a lot, and perhaps some of what he offers us we don't really fully appreciate as fans. As players, I think you'd appreciate having a guy like Arteta there. He's sort of a Bobby Moore type character, except he's a bit further forward. That's how I see it. That kind of quiet captain who really makes you, when you're on edge, he makes you calm down. You know, I think he's got that kind of influence on the team. And Sonogo, like I said, really didn't do enough. Giroud, once he came on, things started to turn a little, and the Ox, again, similar to Jack, didn't really give us what we expect from the Ox, but he has had his injury problems. So there you have it. I mean, I think the team's looking in reasonably good shape. That's why I predicted us to finish second in the league. I had Chelsea to finish champions, unfortunately. Sorry about that, but until we strengthen, I'm sticking with that. If we strengthen, if we bring in Cavani, if we bring in perhaps another defender, quality defender, maybe I'll think again, and I'll let you know what my new prediction is. But for now, I'm set. I'm sticking with Chelsea first, Arsenal second. I think I've got Liverpool third, and who have I got? Manchester City finishing fourth, just above Manchester United, who didn't get off to a good start. But let's not cry about that. Instead, I shall wish you the very best until the next vlog. Until that time, I will say just one word, and it is away!